it was plan-free, and it was solution-free, and kind of the antithesis of a Marshall Plan.
Right. It was directed at the base, but this is the United Nations. This is not a campaign rally. And there's all this talk about Trump reassuring his base. I mean, it says a lot that he's trying to reassure his base 8 months into his presidency, and that he's doing it in the rostrum at the UN. But that is where he is politically. But it doesn't really matter in this context what the domestic situation is. He's there to articulate a foreign policy vision, and the fact that he's just sort of preaching to the choir with the base basically means there isn't much of a foreign policy vision. There isn't a lot that this president believes, and I think, you know, I've talked about this is a prepared speech that was in the prompter. There's a lot of Trump's voice, a lot of Stephen Miller's voice in this speech.
Yeah, Rocket Man, as you pointed out, was read from the teleprompter. That was not an ad lib.
That was not an ad lib. His eyes did not, you know, move
Definitely
off the teleprompter.
His term.
But it's just sort of, you know, it's sort of stunning to watch this and to see a president who is unabashedly delivering this message and sort of talking out of both sides of his mouth again in this setting, and really talking to the base when, you know, it doesn't really matter what his voters want when it comes to how are you going to deal with North Korea, how are you going to deal with Syria, how are you going to deal with these problems with Iran or with other problems around the world, how are you going to deal with that? It doesn't really matter what the domestic politics is. Foreign policy is supposed to be about, you know, what he said, pragmatism, but that's not supposed to be political pragmatism. It's supposed to be dictated by the military, by your national security team, about what actually is the right thing to do.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.